title of the project, Composing Differences, was inspired by a very important text for me, written by the French philosopher and activist Judith Revel. She writes about the commons and ways of constituting the commons out of the composition of differences. According to that philosopher, the commons are not an existing resource they're often associated with, but it's more something that's being constructed or composed through the association of multiple subjectivities who gather around a public problem at a certain moment. I invited 4 different groups of people to participate in this project, all of them dealing with the possibility of art as an agent for social change in different ways according to various modes of organizations and through different practices of experimentation. I thought PS1 would be an interesting institution to collaborate with because they have shown a great interest for more experimental artistic practices. It was very interesting for me because the participants I invited all deal in a way with in response to specific context, political or social issues, and I thought it would be a nice environment for them to work in. So when I invited these 4 initiatives, I didn't want them to come here and represent themselves or talk about what they do, but I really offered them to think about ways of continuing their work in practice in this specific context that is New York, that is Art², that is MoMA PS1, in conversation with local interlocutors here. So all the different aspects of the project, be they non-public, like workshops or radio recordings, semi-publics, like conversation interviews, or more public, like the final event on Sunday 27, are ways of manifesting their research. So one of the projects that we are gonna conduct here at MoMA PS1 during the whole week is a collaboration between French choreographer Noé Soulier and deaf designer Jeffrey Mansfield, who's been collaborating with Council before, and they're going to work here for a week trying to devise together a gestural language that would allow to transmit the diversity of sound perception. Composing Differences is also the title of a forthcoming book published by Les Presses du Réel, which I'm currently working on, and the book will gather different sorts of materials from documents and texts that were resources for me and for the different participants in the preparation of that project. I conceive it more as a montage of materials, as a composition of different resources, if I may, than as a strictly theoretical demonstration. So in that sense, I really want it to be a reflection of what will be happening here while proposing some thoughts to linger on after the end of the project here.